No one expected the calm afternoon interview to become the moment that shook the entire Outlander fandom to its core. Sam Heughan appeared on the live broadcast looking composed at first, answering the host's questions with the usual charm and professionalism fans adored. Then the conversation unexpectedly shifted when the host casually mentioned Caitríona Balfe and her recent absence from public events. Sam's expression flickered, just for a second, but it was enough for fans to sense something monumental was about to happen. The room suddenly felt charged with anticipation, as if time itself had paused. The host leaned forward, clearly aware of the tension building in the air, and asked the question no one imagined would be answered. "There are rumors about Caitríona. Anything you want to clarify for the fans?" Sam inhaled slowly, his posture tightening as he searched for the right words. The audience fell silent, waiting for a denial, a joke, or perhaps a simple deflection. Instead, Sam's lips parted with a gravity that startled even the host. "I suppose it's time to confirm it," he said quietly. For a moment, no one breathed. Sam glanced down, then lifted his eyes with a soft, emotional resolve and said the words that shattered the internet. "Yes, Caitríona is pregnant. Baby number 2. The live audience gasped so loudly the microphones crackled. Within seconds, the chat section exploded with disbelief, joy, shock, and wild emotional reactions. People scrambled to clip the moment, repost it, and write frantic comments demanding more details. Sam didn't stop there. He continued speaking with a tenderness that only deepened the emotional impact. He explained that Caitríona had been keeping the news private for personal reasons, wanting to wait until the time felt right. He emphasized that she was healthy, glowing, and surrounded by love and support. The way he spoke about her, gentle, proud, deeply affectionate, made the fandom collectively lose its mind. Even the host looked stunned, unable to hide her astonishment. As Sam went on, he revealed that the past few months had been more emotional than fans realized. Caitríona had shared the news with him early on, trusting him with the secret long before anyone else knew. Sam described the moment she told him, how she laughed nervously, how her eyes shimmered with excitement and fear, how he felt his own heart collapse and then rebuild in the same breath. He said he felt honored to be one of the first people she confided in. That detail alone sent social media into a frenzy of speculation. The host, still processing the shocking revelation, asked Sam what his reaction had been when he first heard the news. Sam smiled, soft, nostalgic, almost overwhelmed, and admitted he had cried. He said that hearing about baby number 2 felt surreal, as if the history they had built together for over a decade was coming full circle in the most unexpected way. He confessed he had always felt protective of Caitríona, but the moment she told him, that protectiveness amplified tenfold. Fans watching felt the sincerity radiating from every word he spoke. It was impossible not to feel the bond between them. Sam continued by explaining why they had kept the news private for so long. Caitríona wanted to avoid media frenzy, as her first pregnancy had been a whirlwind of attention she hadn't been fully prepared for. Sam respected her wishes completely and supported her silence, knowing how deeply she valued privacy when it came to family. He said they both wanted to enjoy the quiet, intimate moments before the world inevitably found out. His explanation revealed a level of closeness that fans had only ever speculated about. The conversation reached an emotional peak when Sam spoke about baby number 2's impact on his own life. He hinted that the news had shifted his priorities, forcing him to reflect deeply on the next phase of his personal and professional journey. He described feeling a profound sense of responsibility, not just toward Caitríona but toward the expanding family she was building. Though he didn't explicitly state his involvement, his tone suggested he felt personally invested in the new chapter. This nuance caused fan forums to erupt with theories, assumptions, and heated debates. Just when the audience thought the revelations were over, Sam dropped one final detail that left millions reeling. He said that watching Caitríona prepare for another baby had reminded him of the kind of connection that never fades, a connection forged through years of trust, vulnerability, and shared history. His voice cracked slightly as he described how emotional it had been to witness her journey again. The moment felt intimate, raw, and shockingly honest. The interview ended with Sam offering heartfelt congratulations to Caitríona and expressing his excitement for everything ahead. But his final remark, said with a knowing smile, left fans on the edge of their seats. "There's more to this story, but I think that part is hers to tell." The internet immediately exploded with speculation, convinced that the truth behind his words held an even bigger twist. The moment Sam Heughan's confirmation ended, the global reaction was immediate and volcanic. Major entertainment outlets rushed to publish breaking news headlines, some so stunned they simply quoted Sam's exact words in all caps. Fans across the world began posting tearful reaction videos, screaming voice notes, and frantic theories about the depth of his involvement. News anchors debated whether this was the biggest celebrity shock of the year. Within minutes, Sam and Caitríona's names dominated worldwide trending lists. Social media platforms became a battlefield of emotions as fans split into several intense factions. One group celebrated the news with pure joy, claiming they had always sensed a deeper connection between Sam and Caitríona. Another group demanded clarification, insisting on knowing how Sam found out so early and why his reaction sounded so deeply personal. And then there were the skeptics, people who refused to believe the situation was as simple as it seemed. The growing chaos fed into itself, turning the discussion into a global frenzy. Journalists, too, began conducting investigations, digging through old interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and red carpet clips in search of clues. Several outlets resurfaced videos from months earlier where Sam appeared unusually protective of Caitríona at events. Fans pointed out moments in which he instinctively placed a hand on her back or subtly guided her away from crowds. These seemingly small gestures were now being interpreted as signs he already knew she was expecting. Each rediscovered moment added another layer of intensity to the speculation. Then, an unexpected twist fueled the fire even more. A close friend of Caitríona's anonymously spoke to a major publication. The source claimed Caitríona had confided in only a handful of people early in her pregnancy, and Sam had been one of them due to their deep history and unwavering trust. This single statement sent shockwaves through the fandom, validating theories that Sam's involvement went far beyond that of a simple colleague. Fans dissected the phrasing endlessly, insisting that unwavering trust hinted at something more intimate than friendship. Meanwhile, new behind-the-scenes footage from the interview studio leaked online, showing Sam's reaction after the cameras stopped rolling. In the clip, he appeared emotional, rubbing the back of his neck while speaking softly to someone on his phone. Fans immediately speculated that he was speaking to Caitríona, especially because he seemed relieved, almost comforted, as the call continued. The video spread like wildfire, becoming one of the most watched clips of the day. Every frame was analyzed, slowed down, and edited into dramatic fan montages. Pressure grew rapidly as media outlets begged Sam for further comments to clarify the situation. He eventually returned to social media with a short, reflective message. He thanked fans for their overwhelming support and asked for respect toward Caitríona and her growing family. Yet despite the polite tone, the message didn't ease the public's curiosity. In fact, the sincerity and emotional softness in his wording only deepened the mystery surrounding his role in the situation. More drama erupted when an insider from the Outlander production team stepped forward with their own perspective. They claimed Sam had been noticeably distracted and emotional during recent rehearsals, especially after receiving messages on his phone. According to the insider, Sam had confided in a crew member about life-changing in unexpected ways, a phrase that quickly went viral. Fans interpreted this as further proof that Sam's connection to Caitríona's pregnancy was more meaningful than anyone initially understood. The fandom now had enough evidence to sustain chaos for weeks. Fan communities began piecing together a detailed timeline of Sam and Caitríona's recent interactions. They compared plane sightings, event appearances, and subtle gestures that seemed insignificant at the time but now appeared loaded with meaning. Many noticed that Sam had been unusually protective during their last public event together, subtly shielding Caitríona from paparazzi flashes. Others pointed out how Sam's social media activity had become calmer, more emotional, and more reflective in recent months. The collective conclusion: Sam had known for a long time, and cared very deeply. As the online storm swelled, Caitríona herself finally posted a short message on her social pages. She didn't deny the news, nor did she add more details. Instead, she wrote, "Grateful for the love. Feeling supported and surrounded by those who matter." Fans exploded once again, convinced the phrase, "those who matter," was a quiet acknowledgement of Sam. The message was elegant but loaded with warmth, suggesting a deeper emotional truth behind the situation. The frenzy reached its peak when Sam surprised fans with a late-night livestream, his expression soft but serious. He spoke gently about respecting Caitríona's privacy but admitted that the past months had been some of the most emotional of my life. His voice trembled slightly as he said, "Some bonds don't fade. They only grow." The statement sent chills through millions of viewers worldwide. Fans were left stunned, breathless, and more convinced than ever that a deeper story was unfolding behind the scenes. As the livestream ended, Sam left everyone with one final line: quiet, powerful, and full of meaning. "Some stories aren't over. They're just beginning."